Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a bare face, and that is because I am going to be reviewing this foundation. This is from Primark. It's called the PS My Perfect Color Longwear Ultimate Matte Foundation, and it claims to have double coverage, matte finish, and it claims to be oil free as well. I got this in the shade Caramel and it cost me £5, which is £1 cheaper than the previous one that I had reviewed, which I'll link somewhere. Now concerning the color shade, because I know some people came for me in my last foundation review about, oh, that's not your color. Okay, cool. But this was the darkest shade that they had, and the shade lighter than this was way too light for me. So I was wondering if I could try this out and see if I could find a way to make it work, basically. So that is the shade that I'm going to be using anyway, Caramel. Primark does need to expand their foundation range here, because how is this the darkest shade? I'm going to try half of my face with a sponge. This is a Real Techniques sponge, and I'm going to be using a brush for the other half of my face, which is also from Real Techniques, and it's dirty, but it should work. Let's just get straight into this video. So I zoomed in a little bit so that you can see this foundation perform properly. I'm going to be using the Angel Veil primer on my face, and I'm using this because I use it for almost all my foundations. I literally have two primers I always use, and so I try to stick to those as well when I do my foundation reviews, just to make everything fair. My biggest issue with this foundation already is that it doesn't have a pump, so I can already see that there's going to be a lot of waste, but hey, who cares? I don't think the color is that so the color is bad, but I think the biggest issue is that the undertone is really orange. It literally looks like rust. But let's see how. Ooh, right. This is a very thick consistency, so it could be full coverage like it claims to be. Let's blend that up. I'm not even going to lie, I feel like my brush is basically soaking up all of this foundation and there's nothing on my face. Look. So let's just go in with another layer. This isn't just working at all. I don't know if it's the brush or if it's the foundation itself that doesn't really spread around. Yeah, definitely not full coverage, Primark. Not full coverage. I'm so lost. What's going on here? Can you see that this is not full coverage? Can you see? Because me, I can see it anyway. It literally, okay. And it's so sticky. First of all, it doesn't blend well. I feel like I have put gel on my face and I'm trying to blend it out with a beauty blender, which would obviously not work because it's gel. Doesn't make sense. It feels sticky. Like I'm trying to spread honey on my face with a sponge. So that didn't really blend out nicely. Maybe it works better with a brush, but at the same time, it's not full coverage. Let's just try another layer. Yeah, this is definitely too sticky. That's a bit better, but I still feel like blending is an issue right now. It doesn't blend. It doesn't blend. It literally doesn't blend. It's just sticking to my face. So this is the coverage that I have achieved, and you guys saw how much foundation I had to pour out, and it's still not full coverage, but like it's okay at this point. Blending is definitely an issue. I've said this 3 times, but I want you to know now that blending is an issue. So let's just move over to the other side and try this out with a brush. This is what I have on my hand now. I used 2 of this for one side, which is hair foundation. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing I did where I spread it out, because that seems to help it blend a bit better. It does blend a bit easier with the brush, but still, I literally feel like this is honey, honestly. It feels so sticky, even with my brush. I'm going in with another layer just to make it match up with the other side. So this is one layer of foundation using a brush, and you can still see my scars peeking through. So definitely not full coverage, which is what it claims to be. Oh, double coverage, guys. Double. I'm just going to go over this side with a beauty blender because I can see some streaks on the left side of my face, so just to get rid of that. I feel like on both sides I get the same amount of coverage, so there isn't better coverage with a beauty blender or with a brush. However, on the first application it does seem to blend a lot better with a brush, and it also seems to have a bit more coverage with a brush than with a beauty blender on the first layer though, just with the first layer, but with the second layer it's pretty much the same thing. I can still see my scars. This is not double coverage, don't lie to us. Primark, I feel like the finish is so gorgeous. It is not creasing at this point in time. I do have foundations that literally crease after like 2 minutes of application, and I don't have that right now. I'm speaking, I don't have any foundation in my smile lines. That is not to say that it wouldn't crease later on in the day, and we're going to try this out. We're going to do a whole day's wear test to see how this looks. At the end of the day, I have a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes, but that is normal because everyone has lines underneath their eyes. But I'm still going to go over that with concealer and the rest of it. So that is my initial review. Honestly, it is sticky. It's actually quite sticky. Yeah, this is a very sticky foundation, so you definitely have to powder that, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face and just come back and let you guys know how this foundation, I don't know, how everything else works. So did my concealer blend nicely over it? Did my contour blend nicely? Things like that. And then we're going to do a whole day's wear test and you will see my face at the end of the day. So this is how my foundation looks now after I have done everything. I have put highlighter, concealer. What else do people put on their face? I feel like everything applied nicely over the foundation. I didn't find any difficulties in blending my concealer or anything over it. I didn't find any difficulties in blending my powder contour or my eyeshadow or my highlights. Nothing. Everything just seemed to work out great. My thing is, obviously, my neck is very, very different from the shade of my face. However, I'm going to go to uni with a scarf so that nobody notices, at least nobody notices too much. But yeah, this wow, I do. Okay, do you know what? The thing is, it doesn't look nice in the beginning. It looks okay. It's not like the worst thing ever. But then at the end, it just looks gorgeous. Like, I feel so flawless looking at my monitor right now. That's a monitor. What do you call that thing? Viewfinder. I don't have a monitor. But it looks stunning. I do like it. I like the finish, but I don't feel like I'm going to reach for it because it's not my best performing foundation, if that makes sense. I do have cheaper foundations that cost me, what, £6 for Maybelline, and this is £5, so I would move to Maybelline instead. But yeah, this is wow. I can't even say anything, guys. Just tell me how gorgeous my skin looks in the comments below. I'm going to go over my day-to-day activities and then come back and show you guys what my foundation looks like at the end of the day. I would tell you guys everything that I use on my face down in the description bar below. And with my brows, guys, this is actually an exciting video because I'm trying out a new product on my brows and that's quite interesting. So yeah, I will check back in with you guys later. Bye guys. So it's currently 10:20 and I put on my makeup at about 1 o'clock or 12 past 12, something like that. So I've had my makeup on for a long time. I did go to bed, so on this side and this side of my cheeks or my jawline, I don't have any foundation on there because it's rubbed off a little bit, so we're going to ignore that. However, the rest of my face is matte. Like, does this say this is a matte foundation? It does say, it says matte finish, which is, it was sticky in the beginning, so I didn't think it would be a matte foundation, but I guess it's sticky so that your powder can stick to it and make it matte forever. The only part of my face that's not matte is my nose, and that's normal. My nose is always oily. I always get really oily around my nose area, whether I blot, whether I put powder, whether I put mattifying, what's it called, primer. My nose is literally just always oily. That's it. I've given up. But I haven't had any touch-ups since, and I think that the foundation looks nice at the end of the day. Like I said, my real concern is the blending issue that I had, but after the first layer, second layer was a bit easier to blend over the first layer. This foundation really reminds me of my Maybelline, what's it called, the new one, the Stay Matte foundation. I think I did a review on that, so I'm going to link that as well. But I think it basically is the same thing, not the same thing, but it just really reminds me of it in terms of the staying power and how matte it looks even at the end of the day. I'm so impressed. I wouldn't use foundation again, honestly, just because of the color shade. I think like it doesn't suit me very well. It doesn't look as bad because I don't have foundation on my jawline anymore, so it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, no, this shade is off. But if this is your shade, honestly, I feel like you can go out and get it. It worked fine for me. Yeah, that's all I have to say on this foundation. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you've tried any foundations from Primark before. Let me know if you know any other cheap foundation alternatives that work really good for you, because I want to try them out. See you guys in my next video. Bye.